Hey, Stoney here with another game of Mechabellum. Have you ever wondered what will happen if you get 3 redeployment cards allowing you to move your entire army around the map? And if so, this is the game for you. Let's go. Alright, at the bottom here we have Shinigami playing as a quick supply specialist, and he's up against Kapals playing as a fortify specialist. The bottom is starting off with 4 spiders and 3 squads of fangs. It's ready to overpower the top board. And he is going as asymmetrical, and that's going to be a bit of a problem when you're running Mustangs and Crawlers. I think the red player is going to get absolutely demolished in the first round, and there's really should be no damage taken or no dead spider because just how tanky they are. Now, if I were Kapals, I probably want to start thinking about either switching out to air, maybe some phoenixes would be pretty good, or we're setting up the board maybe for a late giant. But this is going to be a little rough because the first couple rounds, right, what are you going to do with 4 spiders on the line? Okay, so the answer here is going to be 2 marksmen, and 2 marksmen can do a lot of damage right here against these spiders. With 3 squads of crawlers, these Mustang and marksmen should be able to get to or get rid of one of the spiders before it gets rid of the chaff. So let's see if that's actually what's happening. But the real problem though is on the other side, right? So you should have enough firepower to get through these 2 spiders at the cost of all of your chaff right here. And you're not going to have a chance to get rid of these spiders. So that's a little rough with the start. Alright, the tarantulas are doing their work. They're getting through and they're getting rid of the crawlers. But this one, though, is still very tanky. 2 marksmen are just working their hardest to get rid of that. And, oh, look at that. He might have a chance because the spiders are extremely slow. But it doesn't matter if they're slow. If you're debuffed and doing only 10% of your damage, the spider is just going to walk all over you. So a very easy round for our blue player here. Round 2, and already we have a free unit card. Stonecaller is a must pick if you're running against spiders. And if you're running as spider, I think having Sabertooth or Steel Balls might be a good option. And it looks like our red player is going to go Ball Stang, almost on the line here. Okay, Ball Stang is also very strong against spider, as long as you can clear out the chaff here. And because the spiders are already on the line, it is a little bit more risky to have a squad of Stonecrawlers because they're just so close to you, right? You might get maybe 3 volleys off these spiders before they're just in fire range of the rest of your army. It is going to be a Sabertooth coming from our blue player. Sabertooth is okay against Steel Balls. They currently do one-shot these Steel Balls, so if you have the Sabertooth somewhere on this side anticipating Steel Balls, that might work really well. And I think the reason he took Sabertooth was also because he was anticipating Stormcaller. So Sabertooth is a good hedge against Stormcallers with the anti-missile. Alright, so it is going to be Sabertooth on the side, and we're going to have a showdown of Steel Balls versus Sabertooth. Still no response at all from the other side, with the exception of these Mustangs. But because the units move so slow, I don't think it's going to have any problems. Alright, the Sabertooth starts to do his magic on the Steel Balls. Look at that. Just one shot popping a Steel Ball. And this round is also going to be lost, I think, by our red player. So, one thing I didn't see is this flank crawler coming down to the left tower. And with that, one fell swoop was able to get that Sabertooth, and with so much army left over, he should be able to get this round. All right, let's take a look at the reinforcement. Mass-produced wasp is very interesting. Photon coating is also very interesting. Photon coating should be very good for both players, seeing how both of them are currently on the line here. Redeployment allows the defensive player to shuffle units around. But also, if these balls grow really big, then he can certainly just move them on this side. Right now, there's really no Sabertooth on that side, so I actually wouldn't mind taking the redeployment and just putting the ball on the other side away from the Sabertooth. And that's exactly what Kapal is doing. Excellent choice. Now, the question for this is that you don't really have a chaff clear, right? So yeah, you're going to get rid of these tarantulas, but you got all this fancy you have to worry about. And to compensate for the chaff clear, we're going to have a pack of Mustangs that's following right behind these steel balls. Another Sabertooth gets added to the presumably strong side of Kapal. But little did he know that those balls have auto-teleported all the way to the right-hand side. Level 2 crawlers gets upgraded here, hoping for another easy tower capture, but it doesn't seem like it's going to succeed. Alright, these level 2 balls are doing work. Right, they're getting in there, they're doing a lot of damage. Getting tower. Now, unfortunately, the tower is a little bit late. Would love to see either energy absorption or range on these steel balls. And I'm going to put my money on energy absorption, allowing the initial 4-pack of steel balls to survive all the way to this point. Ooh, this Mustang is actually doing damage to the Sabertooth. And if it weren't for the tower capture, they should be able to take the Sabertooth down. All right, reinforcement. Improved fire control system on pack Mustangs is pretty strong. Senior attack is also very strong. I wonder if he's going to use this round to attack these steel balls and potentially add more steel balls on this side. Energy absorption is nice on steel balls, but it is a little risky with 2 Sabertooth and 1 potentially being leveled up on the other side. When you have a setup like this, I would almost want to go with range first instead of energy absorption and just chop up a little bit harder in the beginning. But right now, though, if you're looking at both chaff and chaff clear on the right-hand side, it looks like that blue also actually has enough chaff to cover up all these units and also preventing the steel balls from going further. I think what he really needs is just a pack of crawlers right behind this tarantula so that when the game starts, it would just run forward. Unfortunately, these fans would not be able to cover this blue tarantula as they would just stand right there and shoot, allowing the steel balls to capture this unit. But crawler will always run forward and protect your carry units. All right, there's going to be a pack of flanking steel balls all the way on the bottom here. So we're going to keep an eye on all parts of the map this turn. All right, first of all, we got steel balls coming in. Steel balls are so busy with the fans and is not able to take down any carry units. The steel balls coming in for the tower from the flank. Ooh, that is a huge shot from the Sabertooth, hitting right in between the 2 steel balls, destroying both. But somehow, the combination of level 2 Mustang and level 2 Marksman was able to win him the round. And with that, he's going to get tower, and I think Red might actually take this. He's going to get this tower, and these 2 blue marksmen is just going to walk over and start dealing damage to these Sabertooth. Now, what it is, right now the real problem is what happens if they get out of debuff, right? How many units can you kill during debuff? And I still think Red has a great chance. These units are just so slow. This tarantula is going to take forever to walk towards the Mustangs, and by the time the debuff is done, the marksman should be able to get that down, and it's just an easy pick-off for the Sabertooth. So, good job to our Red player. Alright, Stonecrawlers are offered once again, and I think it is still a viable option to pick. Blue is going to go with Phoenix. Wraith might be another good option. Right now, we have Mustangs that's being leveled up, but realistically, with the Wraith, you can have such a superior chaff clear. But it looks like it's going to be a very cheeky Wraith here on the line. Now, Capaldi is able to do this because of the redeployment module, right? You can try something like this, and you can then immediately put your unit back into safety. And this one is going to gain him the tempo. He's going to mobile beacon down right here in the middle. He doesn't actually need to mobile beacon to the tower. He can just let the mobile beacon end in the middle. And because the tower is the closest thing to these Phoenixes, and they'll just automatically turn to the tower. And being level 4 Phoenixes, they will one-shot the tower, and then they will just move on and shooting everything else. By moving it towards the tower, you actually waste a little bit of precious time moving and killing, instead of trying to get the tower. Alright, so it's going to be a slightly bigger flank here with the steel balls, and I'm surprised the steel balls are still not leveled. Maybe he's not looking to get into steel ball Mustang. Maybe he's just using steel ball to as a meat shield. And speaking of steel balls as meat shield, he does not run mechanical division, so it's not going to work out too great with these steel balls. Alright, the Vulcan here is going to make short work of these Mustangs unless the Phoenix gets them before. Ooh, nice shot on that Phoenix. And these level 4 Phoenixes are just stuck on shooting crawlers for a very long time, and now he's going to get annihilated by these Mustangs. So extremely well played round for our red player here. Another redeployment. This is fun because now he can do all kinds of crazy things with his Phoenixes. So last round he had it right there. So this round he has to expect a squad of Fangs right here. But what he can then do is something like putting the Phoenix like right here, targeting these tarantulas right away. Or he can have Phoenixes right here, targeting that tarantula, and allowing the rest of the chaff to move forward. The possibilities are endless. And of course, you can always move the steel balls from one flank all the way to the other flank. This is very interesting. Normally, you don't see redeployment drop this often, but if they did and the player took both redeployment, you essentially have a teleporting army that you can move around, right? One redeployment module is just a cheeky play. 2 redeployment module, you can put a chaff and a carry unit all together. And if you get 3 redeployment module, well, I mean, you really only need 4 types of unit to have a balanced army. You need chaff, chaff clear, anti-air, and anti-giant, right? So all you need is to have a squad of Mustangs. So you got crawler, ball, Mustang, and you can just drop that army anywhere on the board with a mobile beacon. And that's going to be a very tricky board to play against. I hope there's going to be another redeployment module because I really want to see that. Alright, Vulcan. Both Vulcans are coming down, and both Vulcans are just doing a lot of damage. The steel balls are coming in from behind, and they are going to come in for the tower. Now, it looks like the army on the left-hand side is folding. And I wonder if it's going to get the tower before it gets the bubble. And the answer is no, but it doesn't matter. With the tower debuff and with a high-level marksman, the Vulcan did go down, and the steel ball is just going to go to town on this large unit. And all that's left is a single tarantula, and he's up against a level 4 Mustang with item. This is some really creative play here. I love the Phoenix that were coming down here. I love the threat it possesses. Right, of the Phoenix coming down here. He even took shield. Oh my god, there's another redeployment module. Okay, I am really interested in this game now because that means you can have a full army. Ball staying crawlers anywhere on the board. You can push it right here, mobile beacon down this way. You can move up into a shallower flank and just mobile beacon into the Sabertooth and into the Vulcan. Right, you can put it on this side like I am so excited to see what's going to happen next. All right, the first unit that got activated is those Mustangs, and the Mustang is gonna go on the other side with the level. Just supporting the chaff clear. A little better on this side. Nope, let's keep moving those Mustangs. I think he's got to move the Phoenixes, right? I mean, he has to know there's going to be fans in front of the Phoenixes this round. And speaking of, there's the Phoenix. All right, blue continues to add Vulcans. I think Scorch is not too far behind, especially with this Vulcan already being level 2. All right, more Phoenix gets put down. Finally, we have energy absorption on the balls, which means these crawlers are not going to do anything, and this Vulcan is not going to do anything. Ooh, it's going to be a double tech linked balls with energy absorption. So when you see double tech balls with damage sharing, you can almost treat them as just fast moving melting points, because that's what they are, right? They're super tanky, and in order to kill them, you have to really bring it down or get some sort of steel balls or melting point of your own. Yeah, this is really good, and this is going to cause a lot of problem with the triple redeployment. Because imagine, you can just have triple balls all in a big clump, put down 2 missiles for chaff clear, and those balls are just going to come down and they're going to kill everything. Tower goes down. Ooh, almost goes down. We have Mustang, we have some Wasp coming down. This is such a dynamic game. On the left hand side, the units did clear up the army. And just with the Sabertooth left, another big round going to our red player, bringing blue just down within striking range of this game. Acid is going to be pretty deadly for the red player if he's able to land it. I'm thinking an Acid maybe on this side here, just going vertical down this way. And that's going to allow all of his units to die. And once all these units die, there's nothing left to shoot the army, right? And it just go to the tower. The ball got moved once again, and it is going to be a really tanky set of balls. It's going to be damage sharing with armor enhancement. And what that means is that these Vulcans aren't going to do anything to these level 4 balls. If the blue player doesn't come up with a melting point or steel balls of his own, or even just EM, but I don't think EM is going to cut it, this particular steel ball is going to wipe the board. Because nothing can really hurt it, right? What can hurt it? Maybe this Vulcan? I mean, even then, this set of balls is tanking 240 damage out of 380 damage from this Vulcan. The Tarantula, sure, but the balls are just going to lock onto it and it's going to drain the life out of it. Yeah, this is very tough. There's going to be another set of push on the left flank. Anticipating some sort of response on the right flank. Very smart play. Man, this is crazy. Like, how do you play against triple redeployment? You essentially just go around the board, right? Like, you have so much tempo, you have so much control over what you can do with the mini army, just dropping them anywhere as you please on the board. That is so cool. And as I expected, this level 4 balls has no solution, and this is going to be a win to our red player Capals. Very nicely played. Thank you for watching. If your break isn't over right this minute, you have to check out this video. I'll see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.